Today's video is brought to you by Oxedo LED lighting. You might think that you can see just fine at night. Well, I did too, until I did this little upgrade. As you can see from this footage, here is some before Oxedo LED lighting, and here is some after Oxedo LED lighting. The difference is amazing. With high brightness and easy installation, Oxedo LED lighting is definitely the route for you. They're easy to install, and they're available for all makes and models. Click on the link in the description below and enter promo code 612motorsports at checkout to get yourself 15% off. Now back to our video. Hello and welcome back to another episode of 612 Motorsports. Today we're here in the shop with the Xtreme, and we're back for part 2 of our suspension upgrades. This might be a multi-part series, but as you guys might remember, in the last one we did the rear shocks and sway bar end links, and for whatever reason I didn't have sway bar bushings. Now, I thought I had everything, but today we do. I happen to have a fresh set of MOOGs for the back, so we're going to throw those in and get that buttoned up, and then we're going to move over to the front. Now, if you don't remember what we're working with, this here is it. We have our BILSTEIN front shocks, our sway bar end links. These here are our front sway bar bushings, and this box here is our rears. Make sure you guys are checking the description for all the part numbers and links to all this stuff below. As you can see, we already got the front wheels off and ready to go up in the air here. So
you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Alright, so we got some of this here cleaned up. It's looking better than it was. Let it dry for a little bit. Kind of want to make sure everything is, you know, functioning and not leaking and causing us problems. I'm believing there's a seal in this guy here that's going to be causing that wetness and then having everything fly forward. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to start with these bushings here. We're going to swap these out and then go ahead and do the end links, and then we'll drop the truck down a little bit and do the shocks. So I've got the old one here and a new one, and I just want to show you the difference. This is super spongy and pliable. I should not be able to squeeze this together like here. On the new one, I literally cannot get it to squeeze. I can't squeeze this direction, but with the old one, I can somewhat. The old one here, I can open it up with my fingers, and I should not be able to. The new one here, that's as much as I can open it with my fingers. So super stiff, harder plastic. This one's wore out and shot, and this one's really going to make a difference in how stiff the vehicle feels and control that body roll. Alright, so as you can see, we got the new bushings in, and they look really good. A little bit of a bugger to get the new ones in as opposed to the old ones, but you might have noticed that I took this one off and flipped it around. I have a little bit of OCD sometimes, and if you noticed, the slit was on this side, and on that one it was on the back side. So I thought, you know what, I can't live with it like that because I'm always going to see that. So I flipped it around, and I feel like this direction, you don't see that. It's just a cleaner look. The vehicle is low. You're not really going to be noticing underneath anyways, but I know it's there. Now, also, everything here that we cleaned up, I'm not leaving it like this. All of this front end is coming out, all of the control arms, the tie rod ends, everything here is coming out and getting replaced with all new stuff. So we're going to be able to clean up frame rails and everything really nice, degrease everything, paint everything good that needs to be, and everything will be looking fresh. So we're going to go ahead and address this area at that time. So don't roast me in the comments. I am already aware of it, and like I just mentioned about my OCD, that's going to bother me for a while, so I'm going to get on it ASAP. Next on the agenda, sway bar end links. Now we're going to start over here on the passenger side because if you remember, it's missing. It should be right here. right in between here, connecting the sway bar here to the lower control arm here. There is a hole underneath here that you can see, and the two connect. So it'll be easier for me to show you installation on this side because it's already gone, and you can see how that sway bar end looks. This is our new MOOG sway bar end link, and I just want to show you the parts that it consists of because it is multi-piece. And we're going to go ahead got your end cap. I like to put this part on the bottom underneath the control arm because so when it's in the vehicle, the sway bar end is in this position and the control arm lower is in this position. This is down here sandwiched between, holding the two together. Now, if this happens to come loose and this falls off, you're only losing the bottom piece, and it's going to bounce off the highway and cause some damage possibly to you, your vehicle, or somebody else or their vehicle. If this part was on the bottom and it came loose, all of this would fall out, and that'd be a lot more debris and stuff bouncing up underneath your vehicle causing damage. So I like to go from the top down and having this part at the bottom. So you've got your metal spacer. So you slide this in, the control arm. So you've got your, I call them washers, but they're more like a grommet bushing. So you've got 4 bushings, a spacer, and a nut on the bottom there. That is what your system consists of. Now let's get these two thrown in. To do a little fancy maneuvering and cut that one out of there so that I can get it out. Sometimes that's what you have to do. The nut actually snapped, so I had to get a little creative. Now let's go ahead and get the new one in. Got those new sway bar end links in, and those are really looking good. You can really tell that is going to be a beefier setup than what we had existing, especially over here on the passenger side, because now we actually have one. So those roundabouts will be fun on my way home tonight, now that that sway bar is 100% properly dialed in. All right, boys, since we've got it up in the air here, there's only one thing left to do. It's the shocks. That's right. BILSTEIN's, baby, right here, coming at you. And, you know, the bolt that you gotta take off is this guy here. And it usually gets pretty mashed. They don't come out very well, and you do kind of have to sometimes cut them out. So if that is the case today, that is the case today. But we won't know until we try. So let's go ahead and start trying. New shocks installed, new sway bar end links installed, new sway bar bushings installed. I think this front end is going to be riding a lot smoother, and I will let you know shortly as we head on a journey after we get this buttoned up. But we got both sides dialed in. Now, I did not mention, but when you tighten your end links, it's recommended, if I can get that bad boy to focus right there on those threads, you want about 4 threads showing. You can get more, you can get less, but 4 is about where you want to be as the manufacturer's recommended specifications. So we're right in the ballpark there. Everything is tightened down and torqued down. All of these are going to have to come out here when we do the control arms anyways, and we've got a couple extra little goodies that we're going to be changing out in the area here. So we've got a few changes, and then like I said, we're going to go ahead and clean up everything underneath and get it primed and painted, coated. But looks really good. Not angry with it at all. I'm gonna go ahead and get those top hat bolts, I guess what you call them, get those secured here, and then get the wheels on it and call it a day. and girls, she's on the ground. Everything is tightened up and sitting where it needs to be. The only thing left to do is dun, 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 cross off shocks, end links, it's always good to cross a couple of more things off the list. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, stay positive, work hard, and make it happen. Alright, boys and girls, so haven't really put on too many miles, but we are about to cross over the worst set of train tracks in all of the state of Minnesota at the moment, and I normally have to literally creep over them. That was so much better, so much better. Still rougher than a corn cob, but way, way, way better. I'm gonna be hitting a roundabout here that I usually take every day on my way home from work, and when we get close to that, I will get back onto the camera here, because I will definitely be able to tell a difference there, since I do take that route home every day. But so far, super sweet, very happy. Alright, boys and girls, we are just about to cross over the set of railroad tracks that I have to take every day. They used to be some of the best in town. They redid them recently and they got a little bit better, but with the old setup here, it still wasn't the best. Let's see what it's like now. That is firm. That's good and solid. I don't have a lot of other rattling going on, which I really like. So that is super cool. And we've got a couple of curves here coming up, which is nothing major, but we're rolling up onto that roundabout, and that should be fun. I do like to kind of kick out the back end a little bit when it's wet out. It's kind of fun to drift that a little bit, or at least a third of it, because, well, it's all you can. But we are rolling up on it here, folks. Very shortly. Alright, let's see here. So this is it. Oh wow, our body roll was like next to none. Coming back into it, nice, very nice, very nice. Hell yeah, boys! I think we will call that a successful mission for today. I hope you guys enjoyed that.